mid-1800s, Johnstown, Pennsylvania, under the Cambria Iron Company, was the nation's first steel manufacturing city. The valuable steel was used for the expansion of the railroad systems throughout the United States. Although Johnstown was an opportunistic place to thrive, the living conditions for the average working family were unsanitary, and the air was smoky and polluted from the factories, making it unhealthy to breathe. The hilly terrain surrounding the valley made proper sewer drainage difficult, giving way to foul odors. A study published in 1913 by the Children's Bureau of the U.S. Department of Labor contributed these living conditions to the high infant mortality rate of the city, specifically in the wards with the poorest air quality, unpaved streets, and slimy pools of waste. Cambria Iron Company saw the need for a change, and following the tragic flood of 1889, that change would come. High up on top of a hill above the city in the valley sat a rural land where the smoke from the steel mills didn't reach. Here the air was pure and clean. There were no slimy puddles or sewage runoffs. The damage of the raging floodwaters was 570 feet below this land. This was the land already owned by the Cambria Iron Company, which was used as farmland for the company's work animals. Called Yoder Hill at the time, the company then purchased additional acres to develop a suburban town that was originally proposed to be named Tip Top, but was officially named Westmont. The completion of the Johnstown Incline Plane in June 1891 made travel up and down the hillside possible. In fact, it carried an average of 1,300 passengers each day. Without the incline plane, workers and their families would not have been able to travel from the hilltop down to the valley and back. Only one street from the city to Westmont existed. Called Mill Creek Road, it was a steep and windy road, and it was the only way to travel to and from Westmont without taking the incline plane. In the 1890s, Cambria Iron Company owned about 800 rental properties that were constructed to house employees, securing the company's labor force. The average Cambria Iron Company houses had similar floor plans. Company employees, consisting mostly of laborers, coal miners, and mill hands, could rent these houses at an affordable price. The company did encourage tenants to buy a home. They also helped employees build homes who purchased a lot from the company. Executives of the company owned lots and had mansions with impeccable architectural features. To keep the commercialization out of the suburban community, there were strict zoning laws regarding businesses and alcohol sales. For many years, there was only one local place, Tioga Street Market, from which residents could buy groceries. These zoning laws kept Westmont a desirable location to raise a family. Safe from floods and hazardous living conditions, the borough of Westmont grew to be a popular place to live and remained that way long after the Cambria Iron Company ceased to exist. Today, Old Westmont Borough is a historical landmark. With its original Cambria iron houses and charming tree-lined streets, it remains a desirable part of the city of Johnstown to both live and visit. With a visit to Westmont, you can still enjoy the beautiful architecture, take a ride on the incline plane, travel Mill Creek Road, and even stop by Tioga Street Market. Deplorable living conditions, floods, the incline plane, and of course the Cambria Iron Company are the reasons early steelworkers and their families could experience the suburban living that many citizens still enjoy today.